welcome back to DMG. Now this is not the original intro that I had for this video, but this started as a teardown of this drive, but then I actually found out what was wrong with it and fixed it. So it starts as a teardown, but then I end up fixing the drive. I just want to explain that really quickly before the video. Alright, yeah, let's get into the video. Just got this out of the fridge. It squeaks when I shake it. This thing like hurts to hold, it's so cold. Plugging in the IDE. Yeah, no, it don't work. RIP Caviar. It's not just that it's not recognized, it's that it doesn't spin up. I just have a paperweight still, but it's just cold and wet now. So, there's really nothing I can do other than disassemble it at this point, which is unfortunate because I did want this drive to, you know, be usable and work, but at this point it's just kind of too far gone. First, I'm going to look at the controller board, actually, before I fully take the drive apart, because it could just be an issue with the controller board, but it definitely does seem like a motor problem. I mean, if you saw the video where I originally tested these drives, sounded like eating a Rice Krispie treat. You don't see this on modern drives. Oh wow, that's a big controller. Like, you see this sort of padding stuff, but it's not this sticky. I have a feeling if the drive were still room temperature, it's still really cold, because I got it out of the freezer and tested it. So this foam is like combination insulator and thermal pad, which is really interesting. So there you can see around the hot components, it's gotten a little bit scorched. I assume that's like motor control or power or something, because that's got a lot of voltage. Of course, there's your cache, there's your main controller, and then these things, I think that's a capacitor that you pretty much only find on IDE age hard drives. Of course, you still find that same component on new drives, they just don't look like that. Of course, there is your little PGA connector where it connects to the head, and of course where the pads connect to the head. This drive is decently weighty. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 platter. I think 3 platter for 120 gigs is a little over the top. Now, I do have a WD800J. This is the WD1200. The WD800J is an 80 gigabyte drive. This one, being the 1200, is 120. So I do have a similar drive, just slightly later, and it's SATA, unfortunately. The good thing with IDE is it's plug and play, no drivers required for a lot of older OSs, and if your board doesn't allow you to set your SATA mode to legacy, you'll have to use IDE drives. You can't use SATA drives unless you load a driver during startup. So yeah, it's just plug and play. Or I guess plug and pray at this point, because most of these drives have died. There it is. Our naughty little lad. Oh, WD, you sneaky. It felt like it was somewhere else. Ah, these sneakies over at Digital of the West. That's right, I'm not even going to take the label off. Oh. Easy. Well, the motor spins, so what's the issue? Huh. Interesting. I'm going to put this back together and then test it again. Because the motor spins, so I honestly don't know what the problem is. I'm going to screw the controller board back on and test this drive again to make sure I didn't just accidentally fix it, because I'm just a magical person. I think these were the controller board screws. Counter-Strike, a reference to the popular video game Counter-Strike. I wonder what that stands for. Because you've got Master, Slave, and whatever that is, and then CS. Yeah, it's just not spinning up. It's as if the drive isn't getting power.
It's about drive, it's about power.
These drives are identical. I could try a controller board swap. And I am going to try a controller board swap. Because this drive doesn't work very well. Like, it works, but it makes a terrible sound. So theoretically, just swapping the controller board should not break the whole drive. So yeah, the problem may be that it's just not getting powered from the controller board. Honestly, with IDE drives being open for like half a second in a really clean room with their low data density, I mean, shouldn't be too much of an issue. I really do hope this is simply a controller board problem and the motor is fine, because replacing just the board is a lot easier than replacing more than just the board. Alright, I'll peel the board up from this one with that nice Rice Krispie treat sound. Alright, these are the 3 essential screws here, because they actually hold the pads to the connect. If this still doesn't work, I will be very disappointed. Holy it works! No way! What? It makes the same abysmal sound. Yo! It actually... it works! That is amazing. So yes, the controller board was dead, and that's what killed the drive. With the controller board, I wonder if the problem was that it overheated, because that isn't looking very good. Alright, let's get into the OS and check smart, and then I will immediately unplug this drive, because these make the worst sounds. Alright, I'm gonna make this quick to spare you this lovely sound. Couple reallocated sectors might have been my fault. Only 2 years. Well, about 3. 96 start-stop. Yeah, a lot of reallocated sectors, which honestly, me opening the drive may have been the cause of that. But I think I'm gonna put the controller board back on the drive that it came from, because it has better smart data. But if that drive ever breaks, no, let me revise that. When this drive breaks 2 dead bearings in 4 months, I will I will have this as a backup. So that's good. Anyway, there's not really much else I can do in this video because I saved the drive, but yeah, that's it. Wow. That's the spin down sound of bearings long dead. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more videos of me fixing drives in my definitely very expensive, very professional clean room. See you next time.